Hello and welcome back to the channel. We are continuing our playthrough of Neverwinter Nights, Hordes of the Underdark. We have made it into the third module, I guess, and we are in Cania, one of the levels of hell. Yeah, there's that. We finished off the Valshyriths. Mephistopheles ended up betraying her, and and apparently the relic of the Reaper or whatever it is that we got from at some point ended up making it so that we could so that we had some kind of connection to him, and he was able to send us to hell, and he swapped places with us, and now he's able to run around on the prime material plane, and we're stuck down here. So we gotta, I guess this module is trying to figure out how to get out of here, and then we gotta go take down Mephistopheles so that he can't just run around. So all that said, we came down here, dealt with the shopkeeper, helped him out with the task, and he sold us some stuff. So now I have this awesome leech dagger, which gives me a +8 enhancement bonus and vampiric regeneration, which is extremely nice. But now I'm broke, so that kind of sucks. I'm not really sure where we're supposed to go now. And unfortunately, we're taking cold damage while we stay out here, so we gotta quickly move around and try to figure out where we're supposed to go, what we're supposed to do. I don't know what alternate means. Yeah, we need to find some money. Coordinate.
Feels I belong here, a doomed soul condemned to this hell.
Okay.
Oh look, we really are in hell after all.
Hail, traveler!
An elderly man with a lopsided grin casually shuffles cards at the side table. 2 horns protrude from his forehead, one slightly chipped. What brings you to these parts?
Me? Oh, I get around. I stumbled upon all these pouting pilgrims as they were leaving Limbo and thought they could use some cheering up. It seems I have a penchant for the impossible.
Pilgrims? Have you no eyes? The tavern's full of them. Gray skin, dour faces, overly pious with their whispered voices. All of them led to the depths of the 9 hells by that fool lass, the sensei. All of it in the name of the sleeping man. Who's the sensei? Oh, you'll find her in the temple just north of here, tending to the sleeping man. The sensei is the one who brought all of the pouting pilgrims here. The sleeping man spits and the horn man spits, and shuffling of his cards grows all the more fierce. If you got questions about the sleeping man, go talk to the sensei. I've washed my hands of it. Washed your hands of what? I wish he'd washed them. Just a harmless joke was all. The pouting pilgrims keep prattling on about the sleeping man this and the sleeping man that. The thought of waking the old guy up started tickling my funny bone. Needless to say, when the sensei caught wind of it, she didn't take too kindly to the idea. Well, how did you plan to wake the sleeping man? Oh, an old bard gathers a few tricks along the way. There's an instrument maker in Sigil whose trumpets are fashioned with a small portal to the plane of pandemonium. Put your lips to it and blow, and all the howling winds of that mad place blow with you. I was planning to lean up close and put it right into his ear. Nothing can sleep through such cacophony, not even the sleeping man. Well, can I borrow your trumpet? Nothing is free, but it doesn't look like I'll be using it, not with the sensei watching me like a hawk. For the price of a little entertainment, I'd be willing to let you keep the blasted thing. Are you interested? Sure, tell me the rules. All right, I'm going to teach you a little card trick. I'll let you shuffle the deck, and then I'm going to draw a card. You can ask 5 yes or no questions about the card, and then you have to guess what it is. I don't trust him. I say we slice his gullet and take what we want for free. Aces are low, kings are high, and there's no joker here but me, understood? Okay. One more thing, let's up the ante. Empty your pockets onto the table. I'll let you know when it's enough. If you win, you get it all back in the trumpet. If you lose, I sweep the table and we play again. I don't like those rules. Those are the only ones I play by. Nope, I'm sorry. I'm not gonna risk losing all of my stuff. Arden Swift. Maybe we should just kill him. I wonder what happened to... Let's try just killing him. That's much easier than risking losing all of our stuff in some stupid crap. The warmth from the last fire has nearly left you. Okay. The tavern keeper is a dragon. You feel somewhat unnerved beneath the dragon's malevolent gaze. Only in the outer planes, you surmise, would such a creature choose to be a tavern keeper. Can I get you something? Okay, he has a store. Okay. Whatever. Doesn't seem like there's anything else. Rizzleveer's ghost.
Well met.
You recognize this drow as Rizzleveer, the drow smith from the Seer's rebel camp. He gives you a grin and says, I didn't expect to find you down here. Welcome to the Hells. What are you doing here? I was killed during the siege of Lith Myathar. I'm not sure why I ended up here exactly. Maybe the 8th Hell just needed a good weaponsmith. It's not so bad. I've been able to rebuild my forge, drawing heat from down here below the ice. I've already crafted enough items to restock my inventory while business is slow. Better than nothing. Well, let me see your inventory then. Doesn't look like he's going to have anything much better than what... Yeah, it's all standard stuff. Okay, yeah, he doesn't really have anything particularly interesting, so... Alright, well, at least, I mean, there's a shop there, but we don't really need that. I'm curious. I haven't checked my... Are we able to use him still?
Once again, you have...
Okay, so yeah, we still have access to, my imagination, or did his end? Oh, because we went into a new... We went into a new module. Only usable by assassin. Gives me high to move silently. Lowers my things here. Dude. It's expensive, though. It's super expensive. I'd like to get it, but it's insanely expensive. That would be nice to have, though. It would suck to lose my intelligence and wisdom, but a +8, and it would open up my haste for something else. It would... But I don't know if that's any better than this. I don't know. I don't know if it's worth the cost. I don't know if it's worth not just the cost in money, but just the cost of losing -4 to 2 of my stats, because I mean they're not exactly high stats to begin with. Rune hammer. That's cool. Well, we don't have enough money for any of that anyway, so I'm not super concerned about Shiver ring. Alright, doesn't seem like there's much to do down here, so we will hop out and continue north and see what we need to do next. So let's save before we head outside. Let's see, dimension. So there's all these carved posts that I'm not even sure what they do. Infinity. There's a temple here. Oh, cutscene. Oh, okay. I don't know, the way the transition happened, it made it look like there was going to be a cutscene. Okay, there's nothing in the bookshelf. Just checking these before we go. Okay, and then we'll look at the tome here. You take a surreptitious glance at the tome. It appears to be some sort of journal detailing the sleeping man's dreams. Let's read one of the entries. The sleeping man's dreams more and more about his search, now tossing and turning restlessly as I probe deeper into his thoughts. The search had led him to the vast wastes of Cania, well beyond the gates. I could almost feel the biting cold he suffered, on the verge of death amidst the blinding snows. He had a ring that turned the whole world dark and marked the path that compelled him ever forward. Balin coughs lightly, drawing your attention from the book. You notice the sensei returning from her meditations. Turning away from the tome, you feign a sudden interest in a nearby stonework.
You are welcome here.
The tall, gray-skinned woman appears calm before you, her countenance somber. Muscles ripple beneath her leathery skin. She's not hard. As you approach, she turns to you, her eyes deep in a brilliant yellow.
Greetings. Like all who struggle in this life, I knew you would come to lay your troubles at the feet of the sleeping man. How is your pilgrimage thus far?
And how do you know my name? The names we call ourselves are simple things, changing with the wind and writ plain upon our brows. The mystery lies in the inner name, the true name, the name written in our hearts. And how do I learn my true name? To know one's true name is to know one's true self, and it is said that to find one is to find the other. As to the how of it, perhaps that is something the sleeping man can answer for you. Who are you? I am Darvana, the sensei, a sensei of the Gith Zerai and a fellow pilgrim of the Sleeping Man. I have made the journey to be by his side many times, and every time I've grown in wisdom. And what is a sensei? Masters of mind, body, and spirit, we sensei lead our fellow Gith Zerai both to greater wisdom and to victory over our enemies. In your language, we would be known as monks, though much is lost in the translation. And who do you consider your enemies? We Gith Zerai strive to be a peaceful people and have separated ourselves from others in our attempts to find that peace. Not entirely peaceful, truth be told. When they choose to fight, they are savage warriors. Our brothers, the Gith Yankee, which from Baldur's Gate 3 we know a lot about them, continue to hunt us, however, and we have not yet forgiven the Mind Flayers who we once served as slaves. It could be argued that our enemies have made us who we are. What do you mean by a pilgrim? All who come to the Sleeping Man are pilgrims on this journey we call life. Like him, we travel the plains, restless for answers. What can you tell me about the plains? Where would such a tale begin? The plains are infinite, they cannot be described, they must be lived. My home monastery in Limbo floats within a sphere of water that in turn orbits an ever-changing chunk of rock. How does one travel from plane to plane? There are countless ways, spells, portals, vortices. Not all work in all places. Here in Cania, there are only two, the gate and the tributaries of the river Styx. And where do they lead? The gate leads almost anywhere, provided the Reaper will do your bidding. The tributaries lead only downwards to Nessus, the ninth and final layer of Baator. I have not traveled them, nor do I intend to. How do I make the Reaper do my bidding? Beyond using his true name to bind him to your will as Mephistopheles has, I cannot say. Perhaps the Sleeping Man once knew. Until he dreams the answer, my pilgrims and I are trapped here just like you. What do you mean until he dreams the answer? The Sleeping Man dreams many things, and when he does, those dreams dance across the surface of his thoughts. Much of what I have learned of his mysteries I have learned through dreams. What have you learned from him? Dreams have formed the very tenets of my faith and brought my pilgrims and I closer to our enlightenment. Through his dreams, I have come to know the fivefold mysteries of the Sleeping Man. Who is he? Where did he come from? Why did he leave? Who did he seek? And what was the answer? All who wish to behold the Sleeping Man must learn these five mysteries. Okay. Who is the Sleeping Man? I don't know. Is this something that we can cheese our way through by just continuing to talk to her?
Very well. You are welcome here. Very well. Let us see if you are ready. You are very well. Let us see if you are ready.
What? Okay. This is annoying. I don't like this kind of stuff. Let's see. Neverwinter Nights, Sleeping Man, answers. Ugh. Nah. Let's see. Sleeping Man. You can't do this by trial and error, though, so you'll have to search around for the answers. Okay, so we have to find the answers to the questions anyway. So where do I go around? Where do I go to find that? There's an altar here. What, is she just going to follow us around, or what's the deal here?
You are welcome here.
Tell me about the sleeping
Since
man.
you have asked, I shall answer.
Oh,
This is the first-fold mystery of the sleeping man, so remember it well. He is a heavenly planetar, a creature of good. Like you and like I, he is a pilgrim traveling the plains.
okay.
Very well. Let us see if you are.
Okay, so they won't show up.
Yes, his is a pure soul with no trace of pride or vice or vengeance.
Okay, so they're not gonna show up until we find the answers to the question. I believe that the guide I just looked at said that we have to go find the answers, so I think the rest...
Cannot.
Am I able to open this, or is this a you need a specific key kind of thing? Okay. Words, worn thin with age, have been carved into the dais of the sleeping man. She will meet you by the gates of Cania. The winged figure of the sleeping man rests before you. You can barely discern the slow rise and fall of his well-muscled torso. His breath coalesces into small puffs. He is strong even after so long sleep. Let's wake the sleeping man. You bring the trumpet to your lips. The trumpet is sucking all the breath from your lungs. You try to stop blowing, but you cannot. Just when you're about to black out, the shrieking fades, and before you, the sleeping man stirs and wakes.
No!
Well, I guess she got what she deserved. Is she not going to become something I can loot? Come on, really?
Yes?
The sleepy man squints into the dim green light, his eyes not accustomed to the waking world.
You're wounded. Come, let me heal you. I see your attacker was well trained. Have you any idea who she was?
That was the sensei. She runs the temple here. You tell the truth, I see, but what god does she worship? Well, it was you she worshipped. Me, I can sense the truth of it, but the very notion is horrible. Did she not see the heresy in it? You were right to do away with her before such notions spread. I swear, it was as if the fell trumpet blast had summoned her from the planar depths to attack. It would seem to me that you risked much to sound that blast. Why so? I needed to wake you. Well, you succeeded in that, but why wake me? Why now? My one true love, is she here? Your one true love? Yes, everyone must have one, even a fool such as I have searched for her my long, long life. I have it on good authority that she will find me here, so I will wait for her. So is she here? No, but I have some requests to make of you. Very well. If I can wait for her this long, there's no harm in waiting longer. Do you know the Reaper's true name? I have never heard of this Reaper you speak of. But as for true names, I have learned a little. Somewhere between too much and not enough, it always seems. That was the sole portion of my quest I was unable to complete. Somewhere, banished to the furthest wastes of Cania, is a creature called the Knower of Names. Okay, how do I find this Knower of Names? Mephistopheles imprisoned her in the furthest wastes of Cania, but the wastes are vast, and I know not where the prison lies. But there is one who does, and I have relied upon her services once before. The way there is dangerous, however, and the distance is long, the winds are deadly. What's more, Mephistopheles left 5 guardians to bar the way. 2 lie dead by my hand, but 3 yet remain. That said, I know a ring that will reveal the path that leads to the Knower of Places. She will answer only one question. It is vital that you ask her where you will find the Knower of Names. Okay, so the Knower of Places will tell us where we can find the Knower of Names. Okay. Then tell me of this ring. It is a puzzle ring fashioned for me by a Modron from the plane of Mechanus. It operates by virtue of hope. Long ago, there was an answer I hoped to find, and this ring forged the path and led me to it. Alright, show me the ring. Before I slept, I built a vault to keep the ring's 3 pieces safe. Here, let me summon forth the gate. Oh, and forgive the guardians, it was late and I was tired. What do you mean it's a puzzle ring? I was an angel descending into the depths of the hells. If I was captured and the ring fell in the devil's hands, it would lead them to the knower of places. I didn't dare endanger her like that. The ring was fashioned in 3 separate pieces that fit together in only one way. If I was captured, I could collapse it and they would never know the better. Okay. Well, there's an astral door here. Okay. I think we're going to go ahead and call that an episode. Hopefully you guys are having lots of fun. Be sure to click the like button so the YouTube algorithm knows that you are. Subscribe to the channel so you know when the next video comes out. And I do have a link to my Patreon in the description if you'd like to help me turn this channel into a thriving online business. Again, thank you very much for your time, and I will see you for the next one.